Are single-family rentals dead? Or is everyone just panicking because their Zillow notifications stopped feeling like winning lottery tickets? Let's slow down for a second, because the answer to that question could literally reshape your entire investing strategy. Here's what's actually happening. Mortgage rates climbed past 7%. Insurance premiums exploded in Sunbelt markets. And suddenly, that cozy 3-bedroom cash cow started looking more like a money pit with a welcome mat. The dream of passive income from a single-family home quietly turned into a spreadsheet argument you're losing every month. Think of single-family rentals like a solo musician. Talented, charming, but entirely dependent on one performance at a time to pay the bills. Multifamily, on the other hand, is the band. If one member has a bad night, the show still goes on and the venue still gets paid. Just a few years ago, headlines were screaming about the landlord renaissance, with everyday investors snapping up homes in Phoenix and Tampa like they were Pokemon cards during lockdown. Now those same markets are softening, vacancy rates are climbing, and the narrative has done a complete 180 without anyone sending a formal apology. The psychological whiplash here is real investors who felt like geniuses in 2021 are now quietly questioning everything while pretending they're playing the long game. Even seasoned pros like Grant Cardone have been loud about multifamily dominance for years, but even he'll tell you conviction without cash flow math is just expensive enthusiasm. History actually has a lot to say here. After the 2008 crash, single-family rentals became the darling of institutional investors precisely because everyone said they were dead. Blackstone didn't build a rental empire by following the crowd's funeral procession. They showed up with a checkbook while everyone else was writing eulogies. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Real estate runs in cycles roughly 7 to 10 years long, and we may simply be in the hangover phase of the greatest single-family hype cycle in modern history. Community wisdom in investor forums right now is split almost perfectly down the middle. Half say hold and wait, and the other half are quietly touring apartment complexes and pretending they always knew. One big misconception worth blasting apart right now is that multifamily is only for institutional players, with Wall Street money and a team of analysts. A duplex is multifamily, a triplex is multifamily, and plenty of house hackers are living for free right now because they bought a small apartment building while everyone else was chasing single family. Appreciation. Another myth is that single-family rentals are completely broken as a vehicle. They're not broken, they're just more selective now, demanding better markets, better numbers, and a lot less wishful thinking than the market rewarded between 2020 and 2022. The era of buy anything and win is over, which honestly should feel like relief, not disaster, because it separates the strategic from the sentimental. So what does history actually teach us to do right now? It teaches us to stop asking which asset class is better and start asking which specific deal in which specific market hits my specific numbers. Because discipline beats asset class loyalty every single time. If you're considering a pivot to multifamily, don't bet the farm on a 12-unit complex because someone in a Facebook group said cap rates are compressing. Start with a small duplex or fourplex, learn the operational difference, stress test your numbers at a 10% vacancy and 15% expense overrun, and only then scale. The investors who survive every cycle, and we've seen a lot of them, are not the loudest, not the most convicted, and definitely not the ones with the best market prediction. They're the ones who size their positions appropriately, never over-leverage, and treat every deal like it might be wrong rather than like it's definitely right. Here's the philosophical truth sitting underneath all of this noise. The asset class is almost never the problem. The investor's relationship with risk, patience, and process is always the real variable. Single family or multifamily, the discipline you bring to the deal matters infinitely more than the label on the property type. And honestly, if you've built your single family portfolio thoughtfully with equity, strong tenants, and manageable debt, you don't need to panic sell anything. Being comfortable with either outcome, staying in your lane, or diversifying slowly is not weakness. It's exactly the kind of rational preparation that lets you sleep at night while the market figures itself out. Whether you're staying in single family, exploring multifamily, or just trying to figure out where to even begin, Check out our links in the description below. We can help you get started with real estate investing, home contracting work, and finding the right lenders for your next move.